Hello and welcome to the Village of Mount Prospect's 4th of July Parade. I'm Cheryl Lufitz.
And I'm Danielle Masterson. Happy Independence Day.
It is a beautiful day for a parade today. Absolutely perfect. Nice little bit of cloud cover, not too warm today, Danielle?
Yeah, if you were here last year, you might remember it was very hot, very muggy, so today is much more comfortable.
And we have, starting off right now, VFW 1333. The VFW traces its roots back to 1899, when the veterans of the Spanish-American War of 1898 and the Philippine Insurrection of 1899 to 1902 founded local organizations to secure rights and benefits for their service. Annually, nearly 1.7 million members of the VFW and its auxiliaries contribute to more than 8.6 million hours of volunteerism in the community.
And up next, we've got the American Legion Post 525. The American Legion Post 525 of Mount Prospect has been an organization of over 90 years of active membership and is very active around the Mount Prospect area.
And they're coming along. They have the colors, the cars. They're all happy to be here today. And I love when the veterans groups lead the parade, because really that's what it's all about too.
It really is. So it's nice to see them and lots of folks standing up, giving them applause, and just, yes, like you said, happy to see them.
And we are very lucky in Mount Prospect. We have a very active veterans group, veterans organizations here in town, and they're always giving back to the community.
They are, and I see they're throwing some candy out, so that even the kids are enjoying them as well.
Up next, we have the Mount Prospect Fire Department. On behalf of Fire Chief John Dolan and the members of the Mount Prospect Fire Department, they wish all of us a happy and safe 4th of July. Now, this summer has already started to be very hot, and the Fire Department would like to remind you to stay hydrated and to keep cool. Keep an eye on the sky and monitor local weather updates, and remember, leave the fireworks to the professionals.
That is right, Cheryl. We hope everybody wakes up with all 10 fingers tomorrow.
Yes. No, there's plenty of great fireworks shows, whether here in Mount Prospect or any of the surrounding communities for the holiday weekend. Let the professionals do it. Go see a show.
Exactly.
And the kids always love the fire trucks.
That is a fan favorite. What's great about it is you're seeing some little ones that really enjoy it, but also the older kids do as well.
The lights, the colors, and they are a little loud though.
Yes, yeah. Gotta plug your ears sometimes, but it's worth it.
And we should say, as always, great crowd here today in Mount Prospect. I know they like to set up early. A lot of people have their traditional spots, and they really do enjoy watching this parade. It is a tradition for so many people.
Weren't you saying, Cheryl, you saw some folks setting up last night?
Yes, yes. People try to put those blankets and chairs out as early as they can, and we're lucky we don't have to do that.
No, some might say we've got the best seat in the house.
Definitely, definitely. And I like this. Besides the trucks and the ambulances, a number of the firefighters and their families are also walking in the parade.
Mm-hmm. Getting their steps in, I see.
And throwing out more candy, it looks like, too. Which we should say is sometimes hard because we're toward the end of the parade route. And I've been, years ago on a float in the parade, and you really have to kind of ration that candy to make it to the end. The worst is when you get to the end of the parade and you have no candy and you see those kids looking for those sweet treats.
Exactly. It takes some self-control to hold back from throwing all that candy out.
And I would say everybody's got the parade wave down.
They sure do.
Yeah,
lots of families walking, a few strollers I see.
Well, the parade is good for all ages. Everyone loves a parade.
You can't come to a parade and not have a good time.
great showing by the fire department today.
Yeah, how many engines is that? I've seen quite a few.
Mm-hmm. And that's always the way to go. On top of shoulders is always good for the little ones, too. Wonder how long he made it before he said, I'm done.
Right, right. All right, and coming up, we've got the Mount Prospect Police. The police department is represented in the parade today by members of the Honor Guard. The Mount Prospect Police Honor Guard is the police department ceremonial unit composed of officers dedicated to maintaining the dignity and decorum of the police brother and sisterhood. Marching in the parade today are the Guardians of the Colors, which is a component of the Honor Guard responsible for displaying the national flag on ceremonial occasions. Also representing the police department is their Polaris UTX, which was paid for with seizure funds, their 1974 Dodge Monaco squad car, and the officer-friendly police truck. Police Chief Michael Inerno and the men and women of the Mount Prospect Police Department would like to wish everyone a happy and safe 4th of July.
It's eternal. Eternal.
Do you want me to redo it? Police Chief Michael Eterno and the men and women of the Mount Prospect Police Department would like to wish everyone a happy and safe 4th of July.
And now, after we've had the fire department, the police department, of course, the veterans kicking off, we're starting our village official section. Of course, leading first is Mayor Paul Hofert, the mayor of Mount Prospect. He is in his 3rd year of his term, and he's waving. He's been participating in this parade as mayor, and then also for his years that he was a village trustee. I know it's one of his favorite days of the year.
Yes, it's very clear, and I wouldn't be surprised if he jumped down and joined in on the crowd.
Definitely enjoying the festivities. And I always like to say the public works trucks are looking great. You can hear him cheering.
And it looks like we've got Trustee William Grossi coming up.
And then walking behind the truck, it looks like, getting his steps in would be Trustee Vincent Dante. Walking behind the Public Works truck. He's got a little flag there he's holding too. Lots of waves. People are going to be good and tired after the parade. Walking, waving. It's a lot of exercise today.
Very labor intensive. And up next, we've got Trustee Augustino Filipponi.
Augie and his family on the back of the truck there. And tossing out the candy behind Augie is Mount Prospect trustee Terry Gens. Oh, look at the kids. The kids are, you know, they will run and grab that candy. They they don't care.
They are ruthless.
Oh,
okay.
All right, and on that bike, we've got Trustee John Matusak.
I like the choice of a bike. Something a little different, mixing it up.
Yes, indeed. Not necessarily driving or walking, but throwing in a bike for good measure.
And coming along next, we have Jerry's Cafe. Jerry's Cafe's mission is to operate a community destination cafe that offers craft food and beverages prepared and served by employees 22 and older with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Through this cafe, they aim to build relationships, build confidence, and build connections in the community. Jerry's Cafe would like to thank the community because since they opened a year ago, they have created 38 jobs, served over 40,000 drinks, and 30,000 meals. So thank you to the community from Jerry's Cafe, and please stop by.
Wow, and you can tell everyone is so passionate about them. Lots of thank yous coming from the crowd.
And that coffee drink looks excellent that they were showing.
It
so
really
I
does.
think that's on my to-do list sometime this holiday weekend.
Exactly. Or maybe if anybody's listening out there, they could bring one over to us. All right, coming up, we've got Illinois Brass Band. Please welcome the award-winning Illinois Brass Band. They're in their second appearance here in Mount Prospect for the 4th of July Parade. The band was founded back in 1991 and is now in their 33rd year of performing throughout Northern Illinois. The band is supported in part by a grant from the Illinois Arts Council. That's a state agency.
And Sons of the American Revolution are next. Their 1939 Dodge Private is a max piece for the Sons of the American Revolution. It was saved by a group preserving the history of the United States.
All right, and we've got the Mount Prospect Cub Scouts, number 151. Did you know Cub Scouting is happening right here in Mount Prospect? In Scouting, boys and girls start with their best right now selves and grow into their very best future selves. It's a fun, hands-on learning for the whole family, and it celebrates achievement that puts kids in the middle of the action and prepares them for today and in life.
I like the colorful banners. Those look great.
You can tell the kids took a lot of pride in making those as well.
Definitely. Mount Prospect Cub Scout Pack 264 is out of Forest View, Robert Frost, and John Jay Elementary Schools, and it's for youth from kindergarten through 5th grade. They have fun activities and outings for the entire family and are living up to the Cub Scout motto of do your best.
And here comes the Girl Scouts of Greater Chicago and Northwest Indiana Service Unit 404 with troops in Mount Prospect, Des Plaines, Prospect Heights, and Rosemont. The girls who participate in Girl Scouts Empowering Mission learn through STEM activities, take care of the environment, the arts, business, and empowering in a fun-filled environment. These girls can do anything and love being with friends they have made in activities and camping with our local area Girl Scouts.
And we all know about the cookies.
Yes, we do.
So what's your favorite?
Oh, Thin Mints.
Exactly. In the freezer?
I was just going to say, I think I've got some in my freezer right now.
Quite the refreshing treat.
Oh my goodness, you have no idea.
Well, we thank them and all their cookie sales.
Yes. It's nothing quite like a nice Girl Scout cookie and a glass of red wine, in my opinion.
That's a good pairing. Following the Girl Scouts, we have Commonwealth Edison. We are very happy and thankful for ComEd and their services, especially on those hot summer days when we've got the air cranked up.
Mm-hmm.
They are here today.
Often unsung heroes, but
Right.
seeing them today makes you appreciate them, especially, like you said, on those hot days.
Mm-hmm.
All right, coming up, we've got Celebration Brass. They're based in Palatine. Celebration Brass is a unique 15-piece brass ensemble consisting of musicians of all ages who love to play for the pure joy or for performing. Celebration Brass excites audiences of all ages with humor, great music, and a passion for playing to appreciative audiences throughout Greater Chicago. Celebration Brass provides entertainment at concerts and parks, festivals, retirement communities, and of course, parades. You can follow them at Celebbrass.
And I love the music in a parade, especially 4th of July. The patriotic music, the brass instruments, it's right up there with everything else.
It's the whole vibe.
Yes.
And of course, you have a whole different appreciation for it because you're a band mom, right?
Yes, I am. I believe the marching nights will be coming up shortly. I might be able to sort of see them in the distance there. But before we get to that, we have John Hawk for judge. And John Hawk is running for judge in the 18th Sub-Circuit of Cook County, which includes Mount Prospect. With over 16 years' experience as a lawyer, John has spent most of his career as a public servant. John is rated qualified or recommended by all the evaluating bar associations, so he is out here today asking people for their vote. John Hawk is the endorsed Democratic candidate for judge. So it looks like John and his family, and I like the green shirts.
That's one way to stand out when you've got everybody else in red, white, and blue.
And it looks like ComEd is also out there with another vehicle passing out candy.
All right.
Before John Hawk and his family. I see candy too.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's mad about an extra truck of candy.
Not at all. And hopefully people on site today or watching the broadcast of the parade can look up the candidates, look up the organizations, and find more information online afterwards.
Yeah, it's always nice when we see candidates out there and for people to be able to go back, like you said, and do their research. Up next, we've got the Mount Prospect Historical Society. Here comes a miniaturized replica of Mount Prospect's very own one-room schoolhouse. The actual 1896 schoolhouse, restored to its original appearance, was completed in time for the Mount Prospect Centennial Celebration that was back in 2017. This year, over 450 local students visited their living history experience. They also hosted monthly craft nights, afternoon teas, book clubs, and other history programs in the historical building. They invite people to check out the schoolhouse at the Society's monthly open houses, second Sundays at the Society. For more information, you can visit mtphist.org for more information.
This Historical Society is a great organization. Like they said, there's that education component. I think it might be second grade. All the school kids in Mount Prospect have a Mount Prospect History Unit where they visit the Historical Society and the village. So, but then they have things for adults too, which is great. And here we go. We have the Prospect High School Marching Band. The Mount Prospect Knights are led by drum majors Bethany Chung, Maggie Schramm, and Liv Tokomoto. Now, the Prospect Marching Knights is proud to represent Prospect High School and the Mount Prospect community in local, regional, and national events. In addition to performances at Prospect football games, the band will compete throughout Illinois and the Midwest and is traveling to Washington, D.C. in November to perform at events celebrating Veterans Day. And these kids work hard. Band camp, this is 4th of July parade, kind of ends the first session of band camp. Then they get a couple weeks off, and then they're right back at it right before school begins. And anyone who lives sort of in that neighborhood hears them going to 9 o'clock at night.
I was just going to say, Cheryl, I mean, you mentioned all the events are traveling to Washington, D.C. They put in so much time and effort, and you probably know firsthand because you're probably doing a lot of that driving.
Yes, they really do. It's a great group, great experience, and if it looks familiar to people, they have been featured in a Walter E. Smith commercial where they reenacted a parade. So
Ooh.
they know what they're doing.
So how did they get into that? That's impressive.
Yeah, they filmed it in the late spring, and it was running in Memorial Day, 4th of July, and I think they'll be running it again on Labor Day. So Director Barnum and all the staff there work with these kids, and it's a really great organization. And let's take a little listen. The neat thing is, too, they do practice. A couple days ago, they actually do the parade route through the neighborhood to practice, so like the incoming freshmen who are already marching can, get those parade steps down and be in time and in step for today's event.
Oh, and the neighbors get sort of a little pre-show
A little
sneak
preview,
peek?
yes, exactly.
All right, here comes the Special Events Commission float honoring some of the Shining Stars award winners. Representing the folks and organizations are special as they make Mount Prospect a wonderful place to live on their own. And more candy.
As I say, nice group on the float.
Got a party bus coming through?
It's decked out that way. All right, we have a big group up next here. It's the Big Waters Federation. Now, the Big Waters Federation Guides and Princesses is a group of families in the northwest suburbs in Chicago that have joined together to celebrate and build upon the bonds of fathers with their children. So you have the guides here, the princess programs, all the families walking here today. It's quite a big group. Like, we've got the walkers, but we also have some confetti cannons happening too.
Oh, I like it.
Haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, this might be the most festive group we've seen so far.
Or the loudest.
That too.
I know they do a variety of activities through the year, and then they usually do, like, I think 3 to 4 seasonal campouts. So it's usually a great experience for the participants.
All right, we've got somebody riding on top of a truck there.
It is a party in the USA today.
It certainly is. Happy birthday, America.
Oh,
some attempted wheelies there.
they got a little bit of everything.
Indeed. And I don't think we're halfway yet through this, are we? Got some stragglers and some kids jumping in to grab some remaining candy.
Right? There's a lot of vehicles, too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and some double Dutch.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
I don't think we had that last year. This might be a first, Cheryl.
And I will say both, the father and the daughter or whatever are doing a great job together there.
Yeah, I wouldn't have made it that far.
No. I was more of a single jump rope gal.
Same, same. And I'll be honest, I can't remember the last time I tried. The last time I picked up a rope, it's been years, possibly decades.
I hear you. Again, we should say we're toward the end of the route. It's great to see everybody is still excited and happy and, you know, double dutching. It's a lot. It's tiring, you know.
It really is to keep up that amount of energy, and for them to get to the very end and still have that enthusiasm is pretty impressive.
Mm-hmm. They are putting on a show. I think it's off camera, but I think the mayor is trying his hand at double dutch right now.
Oh, yes.
Yes, unfortunately, we lost that.
That is one way to stop traffic. He's trying his best.
We should say we're on the platform, but the mayor, he likes to be out there with the people.
He really does. He came up here for a quick moment, but as I predicted, he got back off and was, like we're seeing now, doing double dutch and engaging with the crowd. Right now we've got Friedrich's Funeral Home. Friedrich's Funeral Home is one of the oldest businesses in Mount Prospect, and they are the only family-owned and operated funeral home here in Mount Prospect and Arlington Heights. Owner Hank Friedrichs is fourth-generation funeral director, and his son Jack will continue the legacy as the fifth generation. Hank's dad, Hank Sr., was a legend in Mount Prospect.
It's great to see the local businesses participating in a community event like this and being supportive of the village, and just supportive of the 4th of July.
Yeah, and it's also probably a nice day for them to get out, probably a little more uplifting than perhaps a typical day in the funeral home.
All right, and now we have Navigators USA Scouting Chapter 383. So Navigators USA is an inclusive family scouting organization. The Navigators strive to preserve nature, serve the community, and develop character and leadership in Scouts. Everyone is welcome to join Mount Prospect Navigators Chapter 383. I like that they're pushing a water cooler in the stroller, making sure everybody stays hydrated.
You've got to stay hydrated, especially if you're going to be walking. All right, and right behind them, we've got the Pine Street Marching Kazoo Band. Let's welcome the Prairie Street Marching Kazoo Band as they have come back together to celebrate with all of us again today. The Pine Street Group was started over 50 years ago on the 400 block of North Pine Street here in Mount Prospect. They have neighborhood block parties, a great camaraderie of neighbors who care and love being part of the 4th of July parade. Let's hear it for the kazoos.
I feel like kazoos is a lost art. Just saying.
I've never heard anybody say that, and I'll be honest, I don't think too often about kazoos, but
Hey,
you know what? It's a good point.
they could be making a comeback. I think Pine Street will help do that.
No doubt, Cheryl. Watch. Kazoos are going to be like trending on TikTok or something.
Stranger things have happened.
That is true.
Well, there's nothing more American than baseball. The Mavericks are the competitive BU to 14U travel baseball program that services Mount Prospect, Des Plaines, and Arlington Heights. So we've got a lot of baseball players taking time off the field today to walk the parade route, hand out some candy, and enjoy the day.
All right, and keeping up with the sports theme, we've got Mount Prospect Youth Football. Mount Prospect Youth Football Association is proud to kick off the 2024 tackle and flag football season. 6 of our tackle teams last year made the playoffs, 3 made it to the championship games, and 1 team won the Super Bowl. They are currently registering players starting at the age of 5, with summer camp starting July 16th. You can visit mpfootball.com for more information.
That's impressive, winning the Super Bowl.
Wow, I can't believe I missed them.
I'm not ready to think about fall, so I'm glad they're having a summer camp and I don't have to think about fall just yet.
Yeah, same here, same here. I'm just enjoying the summer, and as I like to tell people, I'm just a better person when I'm tan.
Nice. And it might look familiar here up next. It's the Blues Brothers car. Announcing Joliet Jake and Elwood Blues. They're back from parole one more time, along with the Penguin, who is here to keep them in line.
Thank goodness for parole. Looks like we've got a little bit of a gap there, but coming up, I can see in the distance Mount Prospect Public Library. You can visit the Village of Mount Prospect Library for summer programs, unique items to check out, and activities for all ages, including popular reading programs for adults, teens, and kids. You can visit their website for more information on summer reading programs year-round and the library of all things.
I love the summer reading program. I wish I did it more as an adult. I definitely did it as a kid. I need to find more time to read.
I need to find more time to read, and there's nothing better than just curling up with a nice book on the beach. Are you a Kindle person or more of a physical book person?
I do like a physical book.
Same. I think it's the smell.
Maybe. Or just holding it, turning those pages. I don't know.
Yeah, the sound of the pages, turning it, smelling. Yeah, I don't know. It's just the whole thing.
But whether you like books or, e-books, Mount Prospect Library's got them all.
Okay, good to know, good to know. So for those e-books, maybe just grab some of those blue light glasses.
All right, it looks like coming up next we have the Republicans of Elk Grove Township. Republicans of Elk Grove Township work to promote good government through citizen participation in the support of the philosophy and activities of the Republican Party. They are actively engaging the community, elected leaders, and candidates to find the best solutions for families and neighbors. While each of the members' perspectives are unique, the Republicans of Elk Grove Township stand together on solid America First principles to improve our community. I like the bright red banner.
All right, and up next, it looks like we've got Mark Rice for Congress. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us proudly today in the parade is Mark Rice, a dedicated candidate running for Congress in the 8th Illinois Congressional District. Mark Rice brings a vision of family first, America first values, and community empowerment to the district, promising to champion values and aspirations in Washington, D.C. Let's cheer and support Mark Rice as he marches forward toward a brighter future for everyone.
And then we also have Friends of Lynn Therese Palak for judge. Lynn Therese Palak is a candidate for judge in the 18th Sub-Circuit of Cook County with 25 years of experience in the legal field.
And here comes the McDonald family from West Dundee. They've been performing and making people happy for 15 years, starting when the three kids were still in middle school, playing traditional Celtic music and the twins' Irish dancing. The family has continually expanded their music to include contemporary rock and pop and are proud to be playing for Mount Prospect today and celebrating the nation's independence. Sean the Piper, Lynn Boom Boom McDonald, and Ian Murphy are performing live today. The Twingers, Shanna and Brianna, are present today virtually, featuring their vocals recorded in Dundee, Scotland, where they are currently living. Even though the family is separated by the Atlantic, through technology, they continue to create music that bonds their love for one another. Come on, get happy.
And the Sharks swim team is up next. The Mount Prospect Sharks swim team is part of the Mount Prospect Park District. They compete year-round in the A Division of Northern Illinois Swim Conference with over 100 swimmers ranging in age from 5 to 18 years. The Sharks have won their divisions for over the past 2 seasons. Go Sharks!
Up next, we've got the Mount Prospect Youth Baseball and Softball. The Mount Prospect Park District House Youth Baseball and Softball Dragons has 544 participants this year between the ages of 5 to 14 years old. The Patriots Travel Baseball Program is a branch of the Harse Baseball League and fielded teams at all ages between 9 to 14. Tryouts for the 2025 season will take place in July and August.
And we have American Taxi Dispatch rolling up. American Taxi Dispatch has been in business since 1975, serving all around the Chicagoland area, providing local transportation needs as well as airport rides. You can download their app today to book your next ride.
All right, and here we've got Earth Radio. Returning Mount Prospect Parade alumni, Earth Radio is once again rocking their way down Prospect and Central. You can catch them performing live next at the Double Clutch Brewery in Evanston on July 18th. Hopefully we'll see you there.
They are jamming today. I love it. That's got to be hard riding on the back of that flatbed and playing music and moving.
You know, I didn't think about it, but you're right. I mean, that's got to take a lot of talent.
And we have Honored Flight Chicago. Honored Flight Chicago serves veterans to Washington, D.C. for a day of honor, absolutely free. Honor Flight has flown over 10,000 vets so far.
And up next, we've got Lemons of Love. Lemons of Love is a cancer resource center providing support and free programming of love through personalized care packages and support. Their 10th annual Pink Lemonade 5K Decade Run is Sunday, October 6th at Lions Park. Please join them for a morning of fun. They say, we make cancer suck less.
And we've got another jam session going on here coming up. This is the Mount Prospect Shenda Club. Now, what is Shenda, Milam? In India, Shenda is an unavoidable musical instrument in all forms of cultural activities in the state of Kerala. The drum hangs vertically across the musician's shoulders and is played by striking the upper face with sandalwood sticks. Check this out.
And like we were saying earlier, they still have all that energy and enthusiasm. So impressive.
They are jamming too.
And rolling up behind them, we've got the Illinois Region Model A Club. Model A Fords were the most common cars on the road in the late 1920s and early 30s. That was obviously over 100 years ago, but today, antique car collectors carefully restore and maintain them and are driven to many events and always get a friendly wave or smile. These cars are truly antiques on wheels.
It's amazing. They look in fabulous condition. Kudos to the volunteers for restoring these vehicles and keeping them looking as if they were brand new.
They really do look very new, and even down to the horns. If you hear the horns, they obviously are an older type of horn, but they sound great.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Wonder how much mileage they get. Something for me to look up later.
Yes, yes. Lots of things for us to Google later on. Gotta wonder what's going on in those kids' heads, wondering what are
And
these
why-
contraptions?
Right. What do these look like? Oh, I love it. Look at the crank siren there on
my
the
goodness.
old time fire truck. That's amazing. Oh, and now we go from 4 wheels to 2 wheels. We've got the Flat 43 BMX team. They've been competing and performing for the past 25 years. Now these tricks here take endless years of practice and dedication. Flat 43 BMX always promotes bicycle safety and always wears helmets during their performances. This is where we like to say, kids, do not try this at home.
We say that, but we know what's going on. We see the wheels turning in some of these kids' heads right now.
No hands, 1 wheel, that's amazing.
Oh my goodness. How do you even practice
I was
something
going to say,
like
that's
that?
impeccable balance. I'm getting dizzy just watching him spin.
I know. I'm glad to see everyone's wearing a helmet. Not an easy act to follow, but if anybody can do it, it's the New Generation Drill Team. The New Generation Fancy Drill Team is a Chicago-based drill team under the direction of James Crafton. This electrifying drill has been established for 24 years, and each participant is required to maintain a C average or better to remain at performance level with the traveling team. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming back the Royal Dolls and Gents of New G.
And I think they're getting ready to kind of perform. Oh, I think here we go. Great job, New G. I love how they were all synchronized and all in step, and then now it's like freestyle.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I like their freestyle. Oh, and then they're back.
And we have St. Clair of Assisi that represents Catholic communities in Mount Prospect and Rolling Meadows. Now the churches of St. Cecilia and St. Colette have merged to form St. Clair of Assisi, Santa Clara de Assisi. And they are celebrating their first day of St. Clair on August 11th at the St. Colette campus, which is located at 3900 Meadow Drive in Rolling Meadows. All are welcome, and blessings to all on the 4th of July.
Up next, we've got the La Leche League. Say that 3 times fast. La Leche League of Arlington Heights and Mount Prospect is a local group of an international organization helping families achieve their breastfeeding goals through mother-to-mother support. Through weekly meetings and one-on-one assistance, La Leche League supports all who want to breastfeed their children. Their group in Mount Prospect has been serving the community for over 60 years, since 1964.
They got kids of all ages out there today. All right. Up next, the Thada Samba dancers. Thada Samba show brings the vibrant culture and exhilarating rhythms of Brazil to life. With more than 10 years of experience in Chicago, the authentic Brazilian samba dancers in dazzling costumes adorned with feathers captivate audiences with their dynamic energy and vibrant passion, delivering an unforgettable experience of traditional samba.
Certainly a fan favorite right there.
They are amazing. Those costumes are beautiful.
It is one thing to dance, but to dance in a large costume like that certainly takes some talent.
And a headdress too. Like,
Yeah,
that's got to be heavy.
that's a good point.
I love the red, white, and blue.
Yeah, but you honestly, looking at them, you'd never know they're wearing a heavy headdress dancing like that. They look great.
They are amazing. Oh, I like it. A little audience participation going on right now. I like it. She's like, no, I've had enough.
Nice to see a little bit of Brazil right here in Mount Prospect.
Very nice.
And look at those heels.
That's what I was thinking too. They're not wearing flats.
Up next, we've got Bussy Automotive. Bussy Automotive and Detail is located downtown in Mount Prospect. They've been there for over 40 years. It's a family-owned and operated operation, and it services all your automotive needs. They are very proud to be part of this community, and it shows.
I like the bright red Jeep. Good choice.
Year-round. I mean, obviously it looks very patriotic today, but you really can't go wrong with a classic red like that.
And we've got more red, white, and blue coming up here, and this appears to be the District 57 float. So Mount Prospect District 57's float has some friendly faces on it riding along here for the crowd. The float is featuring teachers, staff, and administrators, board members, and students from the district. District 57 operates 4 schools in the Mount Prospect area. There is Westbrook School for Young Learners, Fairview Elementary School, Lions Park Elementary School, and Lincoln Middle School. And I do recognize some faces on that float. I think we got some District 57 alumni walking along there. I do see board members, Superintendent Gore, all out here seeing the kids in the summer.
All right, we've got the Salvation Army. The Salvation Army Emergency Disaster Services provide food, hydration, emotional, and spiritual care to those impacted by disasters, as well as the first responders for all situations.
I want the bell ringing of the Salvation Army to lead into then the next, music we've got coming up.
Oh man, that just puts me right into like holiday mode, right? As soon as I hear that.
It's a parade for all seasons today. Well, the music you hear coming up is coming from St. Paul Lutheran Church. St. Paul Lutheran and School has been a part of the Mount Prospect community for over 100 years. They are a community of faith that equips people to love and serve. Find out more at stpaul.org.
Faithful all my life, blessings day and night, countless reasons why I'll praise you anywhere, every promise kept, goodness every step.
The school kids are jamming along too as they're walking. I like it. Helps keep them in step, keep them moving.
Yeah. And speaking of steps, a lot of us are happy to get our steps in because I think coming up next we've got Capanari's ice cream. Capanari's Ice Cream is a local family-owned business serving premium ice cream to Chicagoland area. They've been doing that for over 24 years. Outside the retail shop, Capanari's includes catering and wholesale ice cream needs. The retail shop is located at 10 North Pine Street here in Mount Prospect.
I think my favorite flavor is featured right now this time of year. They have a fresh peach that is to die for.
Ooh, I will have to check that out. So I've got coffee, Thin Mints, and now perhaps some peachy ice cream.
Well, we got some tricks going on here on the lawnmower here with A&N Outdoor Services. A&N Outdoor Services, a fully licensed and insured local company, is owned by two recent Prospect graduates, Alec and Nico. They're excited to be in this year's parade. They look forward to helping neighbors take pride in their property. Reach out today to 224-490-8510 for a free estimate. Way to go, A&N.
Now, if I hired them to do my lawn, I would fully expect them to do some of those tricks.
That was pretty impressive. Again, kids, don't try this at home.
But maybe I'll have my husband try that.
The challenge is on.
All right, from lawnmowers to precision manufacturing. Robert Swiss is a precision manufacturing operation located in Itasca, Illinois, founded in 1953, celebrating 71 years of service to the industry. They specialize in medical, military, and the automotive industries. The four vehicles today are a 1953 delivery sedan, a 2013 60th edition Corvette, my favorite, 2004 commemorative Corvette, also my favorite, and a 1973 Beetle convertible. Look at that.
I love a Beetle convertible. Can I call it Herbie?
Totally.
I love it. And we've got more music coming up here. This time it'll be by the Prairie Brass Band. The Prairie Brass Band is a British-style brass band. They have 35 volunteer members, and they travel all over the Chicago and suburbs playing brass music.
Check them out. And I think they've got about 15 concerts a year, so year-round.
They sound great. Maybe a little John Philip Sousa there, I'm not sure.
We've got the Mount Prospect Post Office, not only proudly delivering for Mount Prospect, happily dedicated. Neither rain, nor shine, nor sleet, nor snow will keep them from their appointed rounds.
They're used to walking.
Yep, this is just another day at work basically for them.
They've got it.
Probably a little bit easier, if I had to guess.
Right?
Probably a little more friendly faces.
And we've got another little party in the USA going on behind them here. I believe, yes, it's the Mount Prospect Moose Lodge. Moose International roots can be traced way back to 1888 with the establishment of the first lodge in Louisville, Kentucky. Prospect Lodge 660 opened in the early 60s and moved to its current home on Main Street in the early 80s. Each lodge provides support for children and teens in need at Mooseheart Child City and School. It's a 1,000-acre campus that's 40 miles west of Chicago. They are rocking this 4th of July.
They sure are. They're really getting their party on, as they should be.
Oh, there's the mayor. Always time for a photo op.
I don't know if everybody here, including all the kids with bags of candy, the mayor might be having the most fun.
I think so.
Moving along, we've got Take 5 Mount Prospect. Take 5 is your friendly neighborhood quick lube oil change that has your oil change done in the blink of an eye. Their Google reviews speak for them. The week of July 4th, they're running a $99.99 coolant exchange special with any oil change. They're located at 801 Rand Road, so stop in.
And up next, we have the Chicago Military Vehicle Collectors, Korean War Dodge M37 weapon carriers. We are the Chicago Area and Northern Illinois Military Vehicle Collectors Club. They, the local chapter of the National Military Vehicle Preservation Association is known as the MVPA.
And behind them, we've got Crunch Fitness. Crunch Fitness Mount Prospect is making serious fitness fun. They have miles of cardio, awesome classes, and so much more. They're located on Rand Road in Mount Prospect.
I think this would qualify as a good workout today, walking in the parade.
I was just going to say, I'm not sure how much business they're going to get today for the sheer fact that a lot of people have gotten in so many steps today.
And we have Jim Smith. Meet Jim Smith, in his decorated golf cart and trailer with lights, sirens, and signs stating the residents of Mount Prospect support police and fire departments and all the first responders.
Oh, my favorite part, possibly, of this parade, if I could pick one, the North Shore Corvette Club. Here they come, ladies and gentlemen, that sound that could only be made by one of the most beautiful Corvettes from the North Shore Corvette Club. The North Shore Corvette Club was established in 1973, and they have a current membership roster of about 200 people. The club is sponsored by Black Dog Speed Shop in Lincolnshire and welcomes all Corvette enthusiasts.
There's your little red Corvette.
I just love it.
Someday we'll figure out how to connect and get you in the Corvette in the parade and maybe do play-by-play like en route.
Maybe. Oh, that's a great idea. I'll have to run that by my producer.
Look at this orange one. That's a different color.
I like it. Are you more of a classic, car lover, or do you like the newer versions like this?
I'm probably a little more classic.
I do love a classic car.
Like the muscle cars and stuff like that. You can't go wrong.
Mm-hmm. There's just something so nostalgic about it. But if somebody wants to pick me up in something like this, I'm fine with that as well.
I wouldn't turn it down. Not at all. I hope it doesn't rain because all these cars are so nice and shiny.
I know.
They look great. They're spotless.
So far, we've been pretty lucky. And as I think a lot of people can tell, a fan favorite, a crowd pleaser, people love these Corvettes.
They are gorgeous vehicles.
Lots of pictures, lots of videos.
And lots of them. You know, thank you for participating today. That's
Yeah.
great. Ooh. It's like, gentlemen, start your engines. I will say the colors are so vibrant. That blue is gorgeous.
Yeah, that's another, I wouldn't call it necessarily a classic color, but it's perfect. It's just perfect for a day like today and really any day of the year. It's, not every car can get away with that kind of blue, but
But a
when you're in
Corvette can.
Certainly, yes.
And a lot of them have the top down.
A perfect day for that.
And up next, we have the Elios Full Gospel Church. It is a Bible-believing, non-denominational neighbor church, an Indian community that worships Jesus Christ and proclaims the gospel and love to help people throughout the neighborhood.
Having a nice little jam session back there.
I like it. Walking with a little wireless mic there.
Got a pretty big following there. And right now we've got the Republic Services. They're proud to be the exclusive waste and recycling service providers for the village of Mount Prospect. Republic Services is a leader in the environmental service industry, partnering with thousands of communities across the United States for a more sustainable world. On behalf of the more than 200 employees who work at their local facilities, Republic Services wishes everyone a safe and happy Independence Day.
I feel like they should be picking up that confetti as they come along. And we've got the Elite Strider and Drill Team and Drum Corps. And they are performing right now. I love their accessories. Got a little sparkle.
Yes, I love the colors.
My favorite is the littlest one up front. She's kind of looking back, trying to imitate the crew.
Got to be pretty brave to be a part of parade and be the youngest one. In the front and center, by the way.
And again, nice in step, nice in sync. Drummer's always playing quite loudly. Nice job. And I will say those quads weigh 40 pounds.
Oh, wow.
That's a long walk with those drums, so good job to them.
All right, we've got the Elk Grove Township. Elk Grove Township provides services to over 93,000 residents living in 5 villages: Mount Prospect, Elk Grove Village, Arlington Heights, Des Plaines, and Rolling Meadows. They provide property tax assistance, senior transportation, a food pantry, counseling, and youth programs. Their new bike safety course is completed and will reopen this fall.
Lots of great services by Elk Grove Township. And again, we'll remind everyone, You see someone here, you see an organization, you want to learn more about them, go online and find out more information. Whether it's making donations to the food pantry or volunteering your time, there's lots of places that could use help.
Certainly, and this is such a nice way for people to become familiarized with some of these services, because I'm sure there's a lot of ones out in this parade that we didn't even know about.
Correct. And we have the Mount Prospect Lions Club, I believe, coming up here now. The Lions Club was founded in 1934. The Lions Club is committed to fighting blindness throughout the world. Locally, the club is very active in supporting the well-being of Mount Prospect and the community. The Lions organize a variety of community events, including our very own 4th of July fair right here at Mellis Park, the Village Farmers Market on Sunday mornings, shredding days, a charity corned beef and cabbage dinner, and an Easter egg hunt. I bet a lot of people started their morning at the Lions Fest at the annual pancake breakfast.
And here to say, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Public Works barricade trucks. Thank you to all the men and women from the Mount Prospect Public Works Department who have worked those long and hard hours to present this parade to you for your enjoyment in a safe manner.
And that's the sad part. Public Works usually does signal the end of the parade.
That's it.
We hope everyone had a wonderful 4th of July here today. I'm Cheryl Lufitz.
And I'm Danielle Masterson. Happy 4th of July.